Are you a hybrid shooter that wants to take your nature filmmaking to the next level? Then stay tuned for the ultimate solution to capture smooth, cinematic video footage with the Canon RF Super Telephoto lens. Hey, it's Chris Gibbs from Footprints in Nature, also co-host of the Nature Photo Guys podcast. Today we're discussing a topic that many Canon shooters face as they upgrade their gear. Should they move forward with the Canon EF series lenses, the tried and true lenses that have been around for multiple years? Canon has allowed these lenses to be used on the new R series systems with the adapters that they've made available. Or do you move forward with the latest and greatest technology and jump right into the RF series lenses? If you're like me and want to make sure you do not limit your options, the EF glass is the perfect way to go because there's so many options of different lenses over the years, where the R series, they haven't caught up on all the focal lengths and different lenses that the EF series has. So that would be one option to maybe not upgrade right to the RF lenses at the moment. And this way you still have the ability to use the adapters, the variable neutral density adapters, with the EF lenses to provide as many options as possible. I'm also a person that likes to be on the forefront of technology. I don't like being stuck in the past with any of my gear, even my iPhones, right? So I always want to make sure I grow with my system, upgrade to the latest, greatest when I can. Sometimes I'm a little behind because, you know, things are getting expensive these days. So try to upgrade as much as you can. That's my theory. Move forward. You don't want to be stuck with a lens that may be not supported down the road. And then what do? It just becomes a big paperweight, right? And with the emergence of Canon's new RF technology, it's hard not to want to upgrade to those systems with the stabilization in some of these lenses and the ability that it gives you that the EF glass just doesn't. So over the last number of years, I rented many super telephoto lenses, tried them all, 400s, 600s. You know, I fell in love with the 400 2.8 lens that Canon has. All the versions, they're amazing. So when I did decide to move forward and purchase a Canon 400 2.8 lens, it was a tough decision because do I go with the EF scenario using the adapters with the variable neutral density, or move forward with the RF series and don't get stuck behind on technology, get the latest greatest at the time that you can afford. So when I'm looking at the 400 2.8, the EF Mark III and the brand new RF version that came out last year, I believe, you know, there's only a $100 difference here. So when the decision came, I did decide on the RF 400 2.8 lens over the EF Mark III 2.8 lens. Now, from what I understand, they're both the exact same lenses. They only have the difference of the connection on the RF versus on the R series versus the EF series. I would have been happy with both. However, the ability to not have the adapter, get the extra stabilization connecting right to the R series system, and having the latest greatest at the time when it was only a $100 difference just made sense to me to move forward with that technology. So the next challenge was trying to figure out how to get the silky smooth video with the 400 2.8 without that adapter that I could not use because it's the RF system. The EF system adapters don't work. You know, with the regular size lenses, the 16 to 35 2.8, all those, I use the matte box, the Kase Movie Mate matte box for those. I love that system and I use that all the time. But for these guys, the matte box won't fit on the big end of these lenses, right? So you got to figure out something else. So that adapter came in handy because I was able to drop the variable neutral density filter in, and that solved all my issues. With the RF series Super Telephoto lens, I can't get that in there. So now what do I do? So just a quick sidestep for those who are asking, why is a variable neutral density filter or a VND so important to capturing cinematic video? Well, to produce smooth cinematic videos, a variable neutral density filter is essential for controlling the exposure levels and maintaining the desired motion blur. So motion blur adds a natural sense of movement to the footage, and this is often achieved by adjusting shutter speed, aperture, using those ND filters or variable ND filters, depending on what technology you're using, to ensure the shutter speed is twice the frame rate. So if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you kind of want to be around 1/50th of the second to get that smooth motion blur that our eyes naturally see. So I'm a Kase Filters Pro partner here in Canada, and I've used Kase Filters for the last number of years. I used to use other systems, but once I found Kase Filters, I will not go away. I mean, the systems are rock solid, and I love all my filters. The ingenious creation of the systems. I use the Movie Mate matte box system for video. for the smaller lens systems. I use the K9 system, and I have for a number of years for my photography and my landscape photos. They're all just rock solid, and you just have to check them out. So I did reach out to Jim Brompton, who's the Kase Filters Canada ambassador, the brand ambassador, and we kind of discussed some options. And to my excitement, Kase actually does have an option, and it's sitting right here in this box. So to my excitement, Kase Filters does make variable ND drop-in filters for the Canon Super Telephoto lenses, and I was pretty excited that they did have one available for the RF 400-2.8. So the system's magnetic, like most of their systems, pops in there. You can get a polarizer to also do the same, and it's got a dial on the top that you can control from 2 stops to 5 stops. And that's essentially what I need. I don't need anything. You know, there are some variable NDs that go to 9 stops. I don't need that. For when I'm shooting wildlife video, you know, it's first 3 hours in the morning, last 3 hours at the end of the day. Those are the ideal times for light. That's when I like to shoot, and 2 to 5 stops is all I need. So to me, this variable ND is an absolute game changer. I can move to the RF system. I don't need the adapter. This pops right into the system. I can take the protecting filter out. I can pop the variable ND filter in. There we go. And this is perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. So when it comes time to invest in a super telephoto lens for your filmmaking endeavors, consider the advantage of the RF system and move forward with it, because Kase has your back. The drop-in filter system is a decision you won't regret. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also make sure to check out the Nature Photo Guys podcast. So get out there in nature, adventure is awaiting you, stay inspired, and keep capturing those moments in nature we live for. Thanks for watching.